Dab
Golf.
dab.
Okay, so you said between plat and master or diamond and master?
3 plat, 1 diamond, 1 master.
Okay. Who's who?
So our master player is Akib, our diamond player is Dogbull, and then the 3 other us are plat. I'm tank player, C-Dub.
Okay, so it's
Akib
C-Dub.
is flex. Dogbull is also flex. Links are support, and then Ginger's our solo lane. But in this replay, he's playing Abathur.
Okay. I thought your name was Sea-Doo Baited, but it's 8D as in like there's a smiley face?
Yeah, it's a smiley face.
That's freaking adorable. Okay.
6 months, it
Okay.
won't be 6 more if you don't shave that off your face.
Damn, sorry. I'm like trying to hold a conversation with you guys and have all these damn notifications going on in my ears because of the stream. But okay, focused in now. What do we have? We have a Genji Abathur comp with Uther and Diablo. Lots of sustain. This is good for the map. You have all in for their Cassia. One problem is the blinds. Not really that big of a deal though. Actually, there's 3 blinds. You guys, Greyman's gonna have a shitty time. In the burst from Jaina, no big deal. Honestly, with a comp like this, you don't have to do too much until the level 10 mark. Your job is to basically just not drop behind in terms of XP. Yeah. I find that a lot of teams fall into this pit of thinking they have to like win everything when they have Abathur comps. Literally, you hit 10 even, and maybe if you even have just like 1 tribute out of all of them, you're going to be completely fine. But yeah, that's basically the first thing I want to mention in regards to your composition. Also, you have no real trading power. They have a sustain in their healer. Their Johanna has some sustain. Like they all have ways of basically healing themselves. Obviously not Jaina, but you're not going to get onto her reasonably. And Artanis is kind of difficult to kill. But basically, camp's the name of the game for this one. Either decide to get your bruisers at 1 minute, or maybe get your hard camp pushing out mid, generate pressure there, then get your siege camp. But that's the whole point of your composition, is to play the map and play safely until level 10, or until you can actually start to get your power spikes level 13 a little bit later into the game, because your comp scales so hard. The Genji, Greyman, Abathur, like it's so insane.
Our early game was pretty good this game, but you'll see what happens.
Okay. What do you think is your biggest? Who's the shot caller?
So we kind of split it. Akib calls rotations and stuff like that, and then I control like micro, who we focus in fights.
Okay.
And I just want to preface and say I cannot play Diablo ever since the rework, so any tips there are greatly appreciated.
You can't play him?
Like it's just bad.
What are you having problems with? Is it just the fact that you can't one-shot people anymore?
I don't know. I just don't feel as effective, or I like struggle at times to decide whether I need to peel or engage as Diablo, to where other tanks I don't necessarily have that issue as much.
A lot of new Diablo is re-engaging and counter-engaging, and using your lightning breath accordingly, but we'll see. Like even right out of the gates here, just like looking for a gank onto Cassia, I don't think it'll work very well. Yeah, she plays up really safely. If anything, you should still be mid-side, looking to make sure that you don't lose too much, and then everyone else should be gone to doing camps. Like the fact that Greymane isn't either at your bruiser camp or your siege camp already is a problem, and you guys are just looking for a gank. You might even get the kill, but still, like, the point of your comp isn't to try to get kills early, because they can just rotate one up, and they're not going to lose very much. Yeah, you guys don't even get it. It's close. Camps. Name of the game. You go now, which is actually, honestly, it's actually quite worth that you chunked her out that far, but it still tells me that you guys might not have the right mentality with this style of comp. She got chunked out pretty hard, though. What did we lose for it? Just a bit of structural damage mid, but they lost basically the same amount. Okay, I spoke too soon. I think the gank was fine. Are you backing going to hards here?
I believe so, yeah. So I guess what we were trying to do was, like, we have Abathur to get the soak, and we have like a Genji, Uther, Diablo, and we thought maybe we could like picks on the side lanes and stuff.
Okay, they're gonna get this cleared right away. We're gonna need to clear this because Abathur can't. They get mid pushed in, top pushed in. Abathur can catch that soak. All right. Greymane should be coming mid to help clear. Oh, okay, you're going bottom instead. That's also fine. As long as you are clearing. I thought you were just coming down to position here. This is good. Yeah, because you guys will have mid pushing. This is good. Abathur, TP mid. Okay. So you guys set up the map actually much better than your opponents. Yes, their camp was pushing bottom, but Greymane cleared it out for free. You have some pressure mid. That's why I was saying it would be nice for Abathur to teleport mid right away. If he... Are you kidding me right now? I can't see any of his abilities.
I actually had just accidentally canceled my teleport.
I hate that, dude. Were you an Abathur player before that change? So then as soon as it happens, you just cancel your teleports 24/7?
No, I didn't. I wasn't part of that quite yet.
Oh, okay. Well, that's what happened to me, and it was the worst thing ever.
Oh, holy shit, you just donated me some money.
But yeah, the best thing here would have
My man.
Abathur mid
Nice
so that he
win
can
today.
catch a little bit of this soak here just by staying behind the wall, and also to have his locusts push in. Yeah, that 1 second. Hone, dude, thank you so much. I'm going to go over this donation after the game. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah, Locust would help out. But aside from that, this is all good. And of course, the longer your phases are, the better off you are, because then Abathur is getting that soak whenever he can. But you'll definitely want, like, in a situation like this, like Abathur, whenever it comes back up, you have to immediately either teleport mid or top. Right now, top lane, you're getting free soak the entire time, especially when all 5 of them show up here. If you TP top and sit in this bush, you get an entire wave of soak for doing absolutely nothing. And they cannot respond to it because they have no way of getting to you. So that's the first thing on your mind, Abathur. And the second thing is you guys are just looking to position and stall if you possibly can. Call out who has stalls, if it's Uther W, if it's Diablo W, if Genji can like jump in and get a stall. That's all fantastic. Or we just... Okay. Let's look at this again.
We kind of split our focus here.
Totally.
We kind of realized right after it happened we should have came on the left side at least.
Yep. Yeah, if you defend over here, it's much better. Oh, yeah, we're all on different targets here. So that's a problem right out of the gates. We all have to make sure we're on the same target. You said that you called targets within fights?
Yes.
And I guess, like, in this case, you guys are going to go on anyone. I feel like it's Jaina. She's really low mana. She's in a position where she can get wall stunned. Like, if you just Q her here and then walk this way and E her back into the fight, she's kind of cut off and has really no escape. That would be your best target for sure. She actually probably dies if all of you go on her at the same time. The worst part about this, though, is the fact that Genji dies here, and now you guys don't get any opportunity to get value out of mid. Like, what's our Genji's? Oh, I can't even look. What is wrong with this game's replay system? I've been going over replays for 4 years, and it's still broken. You want to know how frustrating that is? Sorry. Continue. So that's, yeah. You guys just set up on this one. Okay, yeah, you do end up teleporting top. Make sure, Abathur, you walk up to the wave so that you're within range of soaking experience with your body, too. Because right now, like, this stuff's just getting wasted. It's really, really important. Because this could all be free soak, even if you just sit here. You sit here, you're out of range of vision of them. They can't see you, but you still get the soak. And as long as you keep track of where all of your opponents are and their ways of getting onto you, that's how you play Abathur in this situation. Like, then they just have no way of ganking you, and you're getting XP. But yeah, you guys had such sick setup. It's just, I think you played too fast, and you all went on the wrong targets.
Yeah, we tend to play a little fast.
There we go.
This is Dogbowl. This is kind of a high-level question. Because we're such a new team, and the target focusing still isn't there, would you even advise starting with, practicing the Abathur comp, or would you want do you think practicing 5-man comps would be a better way to start and getting more comfortable with all the different tanks and setups? Or yeah, just a higher level question.
I think that it's perfectly fine for you guys to play comps like this. I don't think that these have like insanely high execution levels. I just think that you guys need to get more comfortable seeing fights as a team. And you like Genji went in first, unless I'm mistaken.
No, I probably dove like an idiot.
Are you Genji?
Yeah.
Hey, Genji. I think Genji goes in first. Oh, you guys kind of go in at like the same time. And I'm with Cattle. I thought Octalysis would do better too. So actually a lot of this stems on Diablo. So Diablo, as the main engage hero, main engage player, you have to be able to look at a snapshot of a fight. Like if we look at this, I don't think you ever think that Cassia dies. Look at where your damage dealers are. You have absolutely
not in position to do
exactly.
damage.
Exactly. So it's always the wrong engage if your teammates aren't able to follow up like that. So situations like this are just, they'll never work out. If I'm to use one of the memes from HG, it's not 100% optimal, okay? It's not 100% optimal. But yeah, do you see what I mean? Like, this is a decent target considering the circumstances. This is a decent target considering the circumstances. This is an okay one if you can stun her here and flip her over into here. But aside from that, the only two targets you really can't go on are these two. Just because of the way that things are set up. So I don't think it's a matter of the Abathur comp being the problem. I just think it's a matter of you guys not seeing fights on the same level. Or on the same wavelength, I guess is the better term.
Yeah, I tend to be a little hit or miss with that. Like sometimes they're really good, sometimes they're this level of bad.
And that's fine. Like you have to make mistakes to fix them. Now, next time you roll in on Diablo, like just take a look at the fight. Look where your damage dealers are. Damage dealers, are you being communicative enough? Are you saying that you can't get on the back line? Are you giving this information? Oh, I'm hitting Artanis. Like I'm on the left side of the fight. Like this is all important information to give to your like shot caller / target caller within fights. Like that's all important.
Our comms are getting better. We were really quiet at first. It's slowly improving and stuff. So.
Okay. Yeah, but yeah, to answer the original question, I don't think that the Abathur comps are the problem. In fact, like I think Abathur comps are fine. I don't think they're any more difficult. They're actually pretty laid back. You just have to have kind of solid execution when it comes to target selection in team fights, and I guess that's why the question stemmed. But I don't think that you shouldn't play them just for that reason.
All right, cool.
In fact, this is probably because the 4 members synergy is so strong. When or during tryouts, Tempo Storm, Vin played, like when Vin played Abathur, it looked the best because the 4 people were able to execute properly. So as soon as you're just able to kind of find the right targets and find who to go on and operate as a team, like anything's possible when it comes to comps. And yeah, I don't think you should just change your drafting style for that reason. But at the same time, you can try some fun stuff. Like you can try some Kael'thas ETC to make sure that you're sliding, you got the stun to follow up, like that sort of stuff, or like some Deckard Cain, some Chromie Stitches, Malfurion, like some stuff like that to just practice synergy within your teammates. You can absolutely try that.
We do run some varying Chromie Stukov. That works pretty well.
See? Stuff like that teaches you very well, honestly. But yeah, you guys, you set up the map super well for yourselves. You just kind of screwed it all up, okay? All right. Abathur can get 7. It's a good setup spot. It would be nice to have mines in here too. Abathur, as like right now we're not getting any value out of body soaking. Try to be mid more often in situations like this, because like when did we find out? Long ago. So we found out long ago that the Yeah, this tribute was here. So you want to be able to set up mines proactively so that you have some sort of vision within this area. So TP mid at some point, and just set them up here. You set one up here, set one up here, in here, maybe down here, set one up here. You know what I mean? Just like set up the area so that you can have some vision once mid isn't really a topic of conversation. And just so that you can scout them in their rotates. It's really, really helpful, especially for Genji. Because if somebody's at like 50% health and like Greymane's in here and they walk into it and like Jaina walks into it because she thinks she has time or something like that, and we have like Genji down here and Greymane over here, you just Abathur hat one and she's dead instantly. It's really, really useful to set up the mines before the objective.
Okay.
I actually think that's a kill, isn't it, if you don't deflect? Yeah, because you can get 2 more auto attacks in, and that's 300-ish damage. If you just auto attack right here, and then auto attack again, he's dead. I wish I could check your Q cooldowns, but you have a hat on you. I'm sure you have at least one of a Spike Burst or Needle Spine available as well. So if you don't use your W at this point in time, Stukov's dead. Just auto attack, like 1 or 55 times 3. That already kills him. But if for some reason it's mitigated in some way, you have Abathur damage there as well. So that's 100% a kill if you commit to that one. They're showing top, they're showing bottom, so you know it's just the 3 of them there. Johanna can't kill you. Jaina has no mana. Might not make much of a difference though. Here we go. Nope. Gotta work on that one too.
This is a really awful Genji game for me. I swear, I'm not usually this bad.
No, that's good. It's good that you have rough games, man. Okay. Now, I hope we just peel off and look at Soak. Yeah, because you guys don't need any more kills. The fact that you just got 2 kills up, like, is absolutely insane. So I want to be hard on the Abathur player, not because I don't think you're playing well, but just because Abathur is one of those heroes where you can always be playing better, like no matter who you are. And in like downtime like this, I noticed there's like 20 seconds or so. Please be hard on him. So, okay, wait, we have 1 shield here. Now where is our hat? Our hat is currently on, okay, there you go. You shield him again and you drop hat. And now our hat is bottom. Okay, shield, cool. Nowhere to soak there. You already have there. So literally not a single place to soak right now. So shield Greymane or Uther and heal them up just immediately, and then just drop shield. And I know you have been doing that, but just I noticed there's a few seconds here where hat doesn't come out. Okay, so you TP down bottom. I guess that's why for just a second. But even here, like hat can go out onto someone, namely Greymane. Shield him. Heal him up. Yeah, because hat now just comes bottom. That could have been 2 or 3 shields that you could have added. And I'm not saying that this is going to make or break the game, right? But all I am saying is you can always be doing more with Abathur. And, you know, you might have just been looking at the map right there, and you might have been calling stuff for your teammates. But you can always do that at the same time. Like, you can shield somebody and then just move your map, or you can move your cursor again and look elsewhere. Hit E to shield, hit R to drop shield, like, continue looking, just always doing stuff, always placing mines. And again, trying to set up some mines if you can TP in advance for the objective. It's always useful for your teammates, especially with Greymane and Genji. And then just again, in this scenario, you're going to be able to move up once you get some information on the enemy team. Are you guys just looking to do boss and give up? Okay, that's fine. Dang, these guys have no idea. They're completely oblivion. Now they know. So this is one of those moments, man, I swear you guys can just completely outrace them here. You are so far ahead. It's unbelievable. And do you have Mule at level 7? No, wait, you go shield here? Can you talk me through that one?
I was thinking at the time, because I haven't played Abathur a lot until I got back on a team again, and when I played it before, it seemed that it wasn't shield build before, and when I read that, I read in my mind, I thought that the heal, since we were all really close, engaged, we'd all be really grouped up, that the heal would be on the extra allies around them, and so I could get more heal sustain throughout, but it didn't work that way.
Because it says untalented, but it's like, yeah, okay, I've actually done that before too. Mule is like almost every time, man. Actually, I would say like every time. It's so good. And especially the fact that now a lot more power or a lot more XP is built into forts. Mule was buffed because of that, in my opinion. Towers super easy to destroy, you know, they're the outside factor, but forts, they're easy, they have more health, they're easier to keep up. Yeah, as you know, somebody who's probably used Mule before, and yeah, there's more XP built into them, so it's a bigger denial factor if you're able to heal those ones back up. Yeah, here you guys have the option of just racing or going and contesting. Racing, you can take the fort.
We do neither.
Really?
I don't remember what our thought process was at the time, but yeah.
Okay.
I think we were just kind of focused on trying to get 10.
Okay. Abathur can soak 2 waves at once. The Abathur comp is Abathur soaks 2 waves in situations like this, and you 4-man, because this fort's gone 1000%, and also this fort gets you 10. Oh, this fort hella gets you 10. So right now, Abathur's not getting any like meaningful soak top because the wave is so deep. Abathur could have absolutely shielded, or I mean, hatted mid and picked up that soak, and everybody else could have been bought. This is the biggest mistake of the game so far, in my opinion. Consider the tempo you guys had. Like this was like 90% dead before they even thought about doing their boss, right? Our boss is already on the wall and taking damage before they even capped theirs. Like you guys were so far ahead. This was a huge play. Hell, you could have even started this wall with everybody had, yeah, oh my gosh, this would have been absolutely massive.
Seems pretty obvious when you point it out.
Yeah. Why do you guys go APOC?
We just figured with like our super hard engage and like the corridors, they'd bunch up and we'd get value there.
Yeah, okay. I mean, there's nothing wrong with it. I still think Lightning Breath's better, but ooh, that was unfortunate. Yeah, so we need D-Shield to come out way earlier. Genji needed it. Okay, where is our... Ah. He gets it here. Okay, there's a lot of stuff going on with this one, you guys. I'm not even sure where I start here. So, okay. Objective up. You guys get the kill. Boss is still pushing top, but you're looking for more kills off of it. I guess because you just find this Artanis, but yeah, if you execute this one better, it honestly does go your way, but you're also losing a lot. Like top hat is represented top. You guys could have very easily stopped this from taking the entire, it does, hey, just takes the whole thing because then they kill it. Yeah, and like our hats focus top, so we're just trying to do too much right now. You guys got the kill, you got the objective, the perfect time to back out. Looking for more, like you don't have to look for more. This is actually a huge, the fact that we lost top fort for this, it means that your guys' trade for the objective was completely neutral. In fact, theirs got more value because you had to put raw manpower onto the fort in order to take it. So their boss value was greater than yours. It went through the entire top section of the map by itself. And ours had Greymane on bottom and didn't even get fort because they responded to it. So this whole past 2 minutes or so has been very, very problematic. Which is great, because those were all your decisions.
Yeah, we kind of got, looking at it now, yeah, we got pretty greedy here because, like, our heroics are down now.
Is Clone actually up? I'm so confused. This says 52 right now. Was he just hatting someone so it didn't show? Yeah, that's gotta be it. Okay, so it's bugged. Okay, never mind. Yeah, you guys got too greedy. That's the problem. So off of all that, you guys should have gotten your camp, pushed bottom, taken the fort, and then just set up, maybe just float one person top and have Abathur basically focused on top. Abathur, you should have gone Mule, and even using Mule on the fort one time during all of that, it would have saved the fort because it would have healed it up enough. And then, yeah, they wouldn't have been this much in XP, and you guys still would have had top four. Would have been a huge play by you guys. You would have been up a lot in experience. Mid wouldn't be crashing in this hard, and we're not even getting mid soak right now because those didn't even get last hits. Yeah, this is the part where the replay blew up. Okay, defensive spawning for us. We should definitely look to contest this, absolutely. Okay, here we go. $85 health. Okay, there we go. We need our D shields earlier, that's for sure. Hey Zergling. D shield should not mainly, but it should, sometimes you should use it to prevent incoming damage. So what's happening here? Okay, so we all go on the same target, but Greymane doesn't go on that same target. First, you can clone earlier. A couple things. Like, you guys just look disjointed. Like, watch this engage. You find and engage. Greymane is in range. We can literally just Q through to splash right now. Splash onto this target. E onto this target. Auto Q, auto dead. Greymane pushes in. Jaina tries to drop spells on you. You just get D-shield and continue. You still have Cursed Bullet up. Like, you can bullet back onto Jaina. Like, you guys just absolutely demolish this fight. But Clone should have also come out at the same time before the engage happens. So, look, Greymane set up so well. This is kind of Monka because they can be here and just collapse onto Greymane. We should have mines in this area. Mine here, mine here. Mine their collapse areas. But you just clone literally right here. If you're looking to push in this aggressively. Okay, you do Q it. Oh, that's why you didn't have it up. Okay. Mine were here, you wouldn't have to queue to check. But yeah, you need a clone right here, then everybody engages on this target at once. Greymane can't realistically use Curse Bullet onto it just because it's going to get blocked by everybody else, but D-Shield is down. Okay, I didn't see that, but it still doesn't matter. You can... The point is that we're not focusing all on the same target. Like, watch where Greymane goes. No damage onto Merlin. Cassia dies, but the point is look where Genji is, and he's by himself. Greymane can be back here too. Greymane could have even gone this way to help Genji and get on the same target, which he does, but now we have D-Shield in a few seconds. Could have... Yeah, they have nothing. Yeah, and your damage comes in before those blinds too. That's... You can also Curse Bullet this. What build is Jaina? Okay, never mind. Genji gets run down by the Ellie anyways, so... Okay. I would say just work on your coordination. It could have been better here. It definitely could have been better over this original fight that we went over. Do you guys talk about the targets you go on before you go on them?
Yes. Like, I'll try and be like, hey, looking at, like, I guess if we're in lane, like, hey, Jane is looking to step up or something like that. In quick fights like this, where we don't necessarily have vision, all of a sudden, like, kind of appear, we do tend to be a little disjointed more.
Yeah. So then if you guys watch replays or go over fights on your own, make sure that's the first thing you guys are looking for, because so far we've seen it in 2 consecutive fights where your damage isn't all on the same target, and that is a problem. You'll lose fights against better teams because of that. Showing mid, you guys can step up. You got 13. Genji's just about here. You shield up in 40. And if they're 5-person defending, you guys are fine with this. You're going to get everything else off the map. And then just make sure you guys are buying time for Abathur to catch soak, because it's really, really important for Abathur to hat the front minion in a minion wave and get the soak from everything else. So if we don't give Abathur time for that, it is a big problem. So like Abathur hat should be here, and then he W's once and Q's and gets all of the XP, but all of this XP gets missed. Every bit of it. And let's watch top. Same thing. Every bit of XP missed. Huge problem. So you guys get the 2 forts, but you miss all the minion waves.
So it is fine then for us to go bot, because we did watch this replay before, and we were like wondering maybe since we didn't get anything bot, that it would have been better just to push mid and top, because then we could have maybe got keep walls there, because they would have been split, because we weren't able to really siege against them with Jaina and Stukov.
Right. Don't they just follow you though? Like if you go mid, don't they just follow you 5 mid and just do the same thing?
Good point.
If you go top, they just do the same thing, follow you top. I think the biggest factor is you guys didn't get as much. Like you could be 15 right here. I think you guys could have played more aggressively in the beginning. Johanna was literally showing top and they had 2 showing mid. You can just int all on the towers like this. Like, where was it? At the very beginning. I think you remember. Further back we go. Gosh, it was a long time ago. Yeah, so like here. Even before that. Okay, maybe Johanna wasn't showing top. I remember she goes top. But right here, Cassia shows mid. That should be your guys' comm right now. Cassia shows mid. Stukov shows mid. You guys should immediately be on this wall taking it. Who cares if Jaina does damage? I guess, okay, Uther's really low mana. Remember, these don't attack you. Obviously, you guys know that, but I think you could have played way more aggressively here when they were all missing like that. Johanna even like went top. Yeah, we miss all this soak too. We literally miss every single wave that comes in. So in the future, Abathur, make sure you're catching these because this is so much experience. Yeah, a little bit more aggro bottom, but aside from that, like there's nothing wrong with how that phase went.
Okay.
You guys didn't have kills. Uther had like 0 mana. Maybe Uther should have tapped or backed in preparation for it if that was the case, but you guys definitely could have played more aggressively on this bottom side. If you want some tips on Diablo, I would say practice the current like meta Diablo build and playstyle, which isn't APOC.
Yeah, my only... I mean, usually I go full W build and Lightning Breath, but like the talent at 13 was more because we were playing APOC, so I thought it would get a little more value.
Okay.
Because the spell power, we didn't have I didn't take Lightning Breath, so I didn't think the spell power would be good
No,
with it.
that makes sense. Bodied. We had the question, why waste tap and not full back? It's the only answer to that ever is, do you have time to full back? If you don't have time to full back, then using tap is better. So here we need mines. Okay, you have mines here. Oh, you guys know that they're on boss.
Yeah, we knew they were on boss before they even started it. It was just a slow
What?
rotation.
You guys. Wait, what? How does this happen?
I was calling it out like right here.
Okay, yeah.
And it just took them forever to get up there.
Honestly, screw mid. Abathur can TP mid. Locusts will stop this push. He can like triple W mid. Abathur's fine. Like, it doesn't matter. Bot siege is more of a problem than mid right now, and you guys just like fully commit onto mid. That is actually a huge problem. I was gonna say Abathur needs to mine the boss. That's kind of just standard protocol. Protocol. What did I just say? Oh my gosh. Standard protocol on this map. But you guys already know they literally just destroyed one of your mines top. So just faster rotate here or go do your own boss. But clearing mid just gives them that for free. Thing is, if Jaina pops Icy Veins, like they get this in seconds. And they have, is he amateur opponent? He's not, but still. Jaina just melts things. This was the problem, focusing on mid. So why do you think you guys didn't respond fast enough? What do you think was the problem? Because Ginger's saying that you said it beforehand.
Don't quite remember why.
It's actually so funny. How does that happen?
Our rotations tend to be really slow. Like it's getting better, but
You guys can leave this now. All right. They're likely just going to give this up. If they're smart. They're not. mean, what is this guy up to? Is he actually still silencing the bush? You guys should be calling for this. This guy should die. Yeah, here we go. Oh my gosh, I've never seen something crazier in a game.
My key was down, so I mean, but
Okay. All right, they all get wiped. Do you guys go start boss now? Looks like it.
So was clone good to use at the end there? Because it was on cool. All of our ults were on cooldown when that fight first started, and I'm not sure if clone was needed at the end there.
It's such a low cooldown that I would say just use it in those situations. I didn't actually look at it specifically, but unless you like pop clone and they just like destroy it right away or back off from something because they don't actually want it anyways, then it's not wasted. Like, it's such a low cooldown. It most of the time doesn't matter that much. I can go back and look at it specifically though. Oh, like right here, you mean? Like at any point here? No, they're dead. If anything, clone should have came out like before you guys even engaged on Stukov down here.
It was still on cooldown. Well,
Okay.
like all of our ults were. Yeah, it had just barely got off cooldown at this point.
Then no, I don't think you needed it, but you might have, somebody else might have died without the additional clone damage. Needed, maybe not, but I think it's fine to pop it. Like, given how you were looking at the fight, I think that's absolutely fine.
And then one other question: do locusts get any soak? Like, do they get any XP?
If they last hit a minion. So most of the time, no. But there are rare circumstances where they do. It's actually really nice. And you can do this on Cursed Hollow. Like, let's say our final minion wave's right here. Okay, this one doesn't exist. And this one's still walking up, and you just cursed your opponent, and they're all showing on the map. You can teleport to like here, let your locust go, and then walk away, and that locust will last hit all of those minions, and you'll get all the XP for it while you're hatting somewhere else.
Hey, it's a keep here. I got a quick question. Is it better here to just push with the boss and try to get a keep, or to deny their curse?
Yeah, that's a tough one, eh? That's a tough question. I don't know. You have Abathur, so getting cursed really isn't that bad. I don't think you get a keep if you push up. That's the thing. I'm pretty sure you can get this wall in a little bit extra, but they have so many tools to stop your damage from coming in. Like, they just suppress this area and you have to disengage. I think it's better to do what you did. But considering how all of them are bottom side, obviously you could have min-maxed a little bit more, maybe sent one person to siege camp or something like that to get that pushing out, or you can just do your objectives after and set up for the next tribute. That's actually probably best. Honestly, defending here is better than looking for keep. Because, yeah, Abathur, he is good at denying, but there's no, like, you guys don't get anything. You get a keep wall. And honestly, if you play this properly, they don't have any camps. Okay, this one's coming up in 4 seconds, but you'll have hards and siege camp for the next objective, and you're ahead in XP. Like, you don't have to do it. I think it's smarter to do this play.
Yep, thanks.
Yeah, clear mid, clear top. That's all that really matters. There we go. Dang, if you guys get this, it's actually huge, but it's so dangerous. Capping out. Oh, it's close, man. Okay, the fact that you guys got that was absolutely wild. That's fantastic. Defensive spawning for next objective. Everybody needs to tap and set up. Rush your hards if you can. We waste 15 seconds. Ah, it's too long. Like you guys.
So I throw this right here. This is 100% on me.
Really? So do you just like hard engage on somebody?
The complete opposite. So we didn't think they were going to engage because we got in the kill, so we thought it was long enough they wouldn't come. And then when they did start to come, I just like got freaked out and was like, why? And then you see me move, and then I give up the bush.
Huh.
Because like I saw Clone was down and was like, oh, we can't fight. But yeah, yeah.
You can fight. You also, like, losing the objective here isn't a, like, you don't lose the game if you get cursed. You guys know that, right? Especially Abathur's build. Abathur's build is, this thing is so stupid for defending against curse. Like, it's ridiculous. Literally just shield this wave, shield that wave. Okay, have fun trying to 5-man push in. You guys just go rotate in and respond. Just, like, do the same thing. Yeah, giving up the bush is a bit of a problem. They'd have to fight you through it. You should be able to get regular cap here, but like, look where Jaina is.
Yeah, this is dogwool. I think I should have just E'd immediately onto her.
Yeah, like I think so too. You literally hat this Genji and get onto Jaina, and she should die. Does she even have ice block? Yeah. Still, like, they'd have to suppress. Like, look where their support is. Look where their warrior is. Cassie is over here. This Jaina is insane. She should absolutely die. You can give up this bush, but don't walk in this way, because then they'll just stall you forever. They got blinds, they got suppression pulse. Yeah, I think absolutely you guys should get on the Jaina when she shows up like this. Ooh. Abathur, I don't like your build, my friend. 7 and 16.
I don't know what 16 should be in these situations.
The fast boy talent. The speed shield? I think that's...
Isn't that, I'm pretty sure that's 13. That's 13.
Let me look. I always forget with Abathur, but just let me look it up. Because I can't look in the game, which is a problem. 15, 18. Yeah, that's 16. Speed shield 16. Adrenaline boost, and then hive mind later. Yeah, that's the standard talent. Yeah, if you guys all get on Jaina right here, like, she's super dead. She just walks in again. Dang, that's a lot of damage. Oh no! Can you please explain fast boy? It's the talent for Abathur. I can't show you guys. It's a level 16 talent that when you shield an ally, it increases their speed. That was an OP swap. Yeah, he sprays on you too. Hate to see that. Yeah, go on Jaina. Or, like, if you guys are worried because you don't have heroics, like I said, you can just give it up and defend as well. You're not going to lose anything. It's interesting, we have somebody in my Twitch chat saying, without being able to hear what was said, I assume that boiled down to you let Jaina walk up for free and then you also gave up the bush as the two problems. Is that my mouse movements? And or just probably just looked like it. Yeah, you guys, she was so dead. She was super dead. Can we all agree on that? I think we can.
I would
Yeah,
agree.
100%.
Just gotta watch the swaps again. They're literally about to hit level 20 in just a second here. Yeah. Okay, no big deal being down a keep. You have Abathur. It really doesn't matter. You should know that their play is probably going for their boss soon. They might not just do it right away because that would be insane. And yep. So you guys go and scout it out. But you're at the moment where you don't have to make any crazy plays. Honestly, like, you're at the state of the game where you can literally just kind of cruise. As long as they don't take their boss for free, you have 2 out of 3 tributes for the next curse. You can wait for a defensive spawning and then look to fight for the objective then. Like, you don't have to fight. Especially over a point like this, you really don't have to fight for this. Only thing you have to do is make sure you know if they're doing boss or not. Okay, you guys just want to send it then. Cool.
Silence gets a lot of value.
Yes. Only real interrupt is Abathur and Diablo. So do you guys want to talk me through your justification here?
I got swapped, and then it was like, well, we kind of have to fight. Should we have been there? Probably not. I don't know necessarily remember why we're hanging around, because we have Abathur mines for the boss. So
Yep. Yeah, I think it would have been much better if you just W onto the boss, give this to them. Stay mid top side, because if you go much further, you need to be able to respond fast enough, or at least make them think that you're all there. You can't like 5-man show on bot wave, you know. But aside from that, you literally just need to W the boss and chill. There's no reason to be fighting for this.
So we talked about this fight a little bit, and when we went over it, we saw that if we had maybe charged the Stukov, that the fight may have gone a lot differently.
Oh yeah, like right here, you mean?
Yeah.
Yep, it probably would have. Oh, he hits the Cassia instead. Yep, because then the silence doesn't come out. Absolutely would have changed the fight. It's just, yeah, I always like asking why you guys make decisions like this, because to me this is pretty high risk when you're the ones who still have like a very winnable game on your hands. But yeah, I always just like knowing the reasoning behind these decisions. It also would have been kind of difficult to select the Stukov. Did you 100% go for Cassia, or did you just put your mouse or your cursor in this area and hit Q? Do you remember?
it was that. Like I wasn't necessarily going for, but I also could have hellgated on top of Stukov afterwards, and instead I went for Jaina. Because at the time I was thinking like, oh, she's just it's late game Jaina, she's gonna dish out a ton of damage in the choke point, but forget about the silence, and that did a lot more damage.
They're literally the same hero right now. They're the same hero. Cassia's right there, right in behind. It's pretty funny. Yeah, you could have also hellgated on top. The only other person who can maybe get in is Abathur for a stun, but actually the silence is right here, right? There's no way he'd have to like de-shield himself to run in. The silence comes out like right on top, right? Yeah, so Abathur can't walk up and stun. Because he's silenced. Either of those would have changed the circumstances. Also, I don't understand why the charge didn't go off on Stukov. He was the model that was like on top.
Yeah,
That's
I don't
weird.
know.
Yep. If you guys look to engage on a different target, this fight definitely goes much different way. What's this kill? Also just feel like so many of your fights are so fast when you have this Uther composition, or sorry, this Abathur composition. Like, one of the best parts about Abathur comps is the fact that you can play long fights and out-sustain your opponents. Because he's so stupid with his healing. Your trades are so good. But that doesn't really change much here. It's just unlucky target selection. Could have Hellgated, you're absolutely right. But yeah, or you could have just not taken this fight at all. Those are multiple options.
So since we're looking to play like the longer game with Abba, do we go something else other than Uther here then? Since he is more of like he's looking for more of a quick fight.
See, like, Uther traditionally is, but you don't have to play him that way when you play in comps like this. Uther's fine with Abathur in sustained fights. Absolutely fine. Especially, what talent are you? Where are we? Okay. Different. But still, he's fine in sustained fights with Abathur because Abathur does the brunt of the healing. Honestly, it's really disgusting. Like, he does all the sustained healing. Uther never really has to heal himself because Abathur can heal. And then level 20, you've got Hive Mind. Our keyword for giveaway is Daddy. Daddy is the keyword. But yeah, you can try a different support if you want, but the main, like, man, it all kind of like boiled down. Like, that first objective you guys played really improperly, even though you had it set up super well. Like, you should be looking to stall those fights out because you have Abathur. You know, he can get soak all over the map. You can sustain with his healing. Oh gosh, my chat. Yeah, that's the way that you should be playing him. That's all. And I've just noticed that none of these fights really you guys gain value from the healing. Real quick, my chat, the giveaway's not active yet. You guys are spamming Daddy and it's not gonna do anything yet. But yeah. Oh gosh, this is a tough one, you guys. Like, there's tough replay.
On this last fight, actually, could charging the Artanis have been better than going deeper? Because they would have been really separated.
No wall stun though, unfortunately. There's no.
But
geometry.
the Apocalypse could have kept the backline away, and Artanis would have been super separated, making an easy pick target.
Doesn't he just suppress on top of himself, and we literally can't do anything? I think that's all he has to do. Yeah, like, wait, we can't kill him in this. Not with everybody blinded like that. Literally no damage comes through.
But it might have been better because then we wouldn't have to deal with the silence problem as much.
Would have been, yeah.
As this big huge choke point, and we also wouldn't have been super separated from the tank, having to engage so far with the Uther like that too.
It could have helped. I just personally don't see him die. Like, let me look at this. Let me look at it from their perspective. Okay. Main tank with 5,400 health and shielding gets switched in. He just ults himself, which he does right now. Blessed Shield still up. Okay, now it's down. There's just no way you guys kill him. The reason why Cassia doesn't get instantly blown up is because you're all blinded. Like, when you guys all engage, like, none of the damage comes through. If you all turned onto this Artanis, he'd probably be about at this health. And then, of course, you know what happens when he's below 75. Like, he's just rolling in shields constantly. I don't think you kill Artanis in this situation. I think if you all go on Artanis, like, their backline, 100% health Cassia just, like, starts stepping up in this choke point, and you guys just get destroyed. I think taking this fight in general was a bad fight. You guys had so much time to set up the map so that you're not constricted. Could have cleared bottom, like Abathur could have stayed bottom, had Locust pushing in. You guys could have cleared mid and top, mind on here, not worried about it. Waited for the next spawn, which might have been defensive, and then just sat up there and look for a fight there. Your boss is up too, so if they're the ones who show, you can, like, clone and race with the double gray main if you want. Look to end the game with a play like that. Like, I think fighting here in this choke point against a Cassia, Jaina, AoE silences, or sorry, AoE silence, AoE blinds was the biggest mistake. We can talk about which targets you could have gone on or how you could have played the fight differently. But what's most important is that you guys learn the overall map and overall play more than just like a micro, hey, if we would have attacked Artanis, maybe we would have killed them. I'm not sure. I can't tell you that exactly. But I think this is a very high risk scenario. That's just my opinion, though. Like, really high risk. That sucks. Okay, and then they just end bot. What are what are they doing? What? Okay. Game's still going.
Another 2 minutes.
I thought maybe there's something wrong with the replay. How fast do you guys clear this? Like instantly with Hive Mind, right? Double Grey Main. Well, not double Grey Main, but Grey Main Hive Mind.
I don't think it gets core damage, or it gets very little.
Yeah. You guys are on it a lot longer than you need to, but...
At
Okay.
what point can you leave bosses to die to the core and not take core damage?
Totally depends on multiple factors. When the next minion wave is going to spawn, what time it is in the game. It's honestly, it's a feel sort of thing. But you got to get good at the feel, because we've seen bosses, even in like HGC, end recently in scenarios that a lot of people, for some reason, thought that they wouldn't. But it's usually safe to say, like, as long as you have some shielding left, like 10%. Something like that. I don't know. It's just, it takes time to look at those bosses and understand. I don't think there's any hard and fast rule. Okay. They have top boss. Yeah, I had a question about Dragon Blade, and I was going to ask this afterwards, but you guys have D-Shield and Genji. What was your reason for going X-Strike?
It was more of a comfort. Akeem and I both play a lot of Genji. He is a little bit better with the Dragon Blade than I am. I tend to go more X-Strike. So, just a comfort pick.
Okay, this is really interesting to me. Okay, here we go. This is another problem. You guys got to talk to me about this. What's going on in comms? How are you guys thinking? Like, what's happening here? What do you think is the right play to make?
We were thinking, like, we have to fight here, 'cause otherwise it can end with the boss. We had Abba getting the curse, and then we have clone and stuff.
Yeah.
The fight's kind of messy.
You guys got to go now, though. Right? Like, letting it back up to the core is the problem. Because you guys only get this boss down to what? Like, 90% health by the time it destroys the keep? You guys should be fighting, like, here. Like, look where Stukov is. He's pushed up so far. You guys should clone and go onto this Stukov or someone, anyone. You should absolutely go. Like, this guy's within combo range. Look at Cassia. She's in space. She's so far up. But you guys should absolutely look to combo here. Or maybe even, like, get them into the keep. But the problem is if you don't fight them fast and get a kill fast, this boss is just going to end by itself.
The one time we need to fight fast.
Yeah, and then, like, D-Shield was used after all the damage came in. Like, the whole point... Like, check this out. This is a sweet play. Go in. Like, all of you clone right now and go in. Man, it might even be better to just not clone with Hive Mind, but I'd still clone and go in, go onto a target, D-Shield that target once, like, CC goes onto him. Like, if a Greymane gets CC'd, D-Shield him so that he can just continue onto a target and kill them. Stukov has literally no peel in this entire comp except for Blessed Shield. And maybe, I guess if you just want to call some basic abilities like a swap and stuff. But you know what I mean? There's no like real peel. You
Do
guys
we
hard engage.
fight them before the boss gets to keep then?
I would fight them literally like. Do they even? They don't step up though. I thought. Oh, you mean like here?
Like, yeah, somewhere before the keep.
You guys were all on your boss, and then what else did you do? Hards, or did you do hards earlier? Yeah, you could.
We backed late.
I think you have more movement to operate here. This is fine, but backing up is the bad part. You guys should absolutely aggress. Like, look where Stukov is. He's absolutely insane. See, this is what happened to them when you guys engaged poorly. This was with 0 Greymane and D-Shield going out when he disengaged. Imagine if this came through a bit better. Yeah, okay. So for you guys, I think you can stick with these style of comps if you like running them, if you have fun running them, and I think you could probably get pretty darn good with them in a short period of time, but you have to change up the way that you're playing. Obviously, we went over all the points. Almost every single tribute I thought was played a little improperly, except for the one. Where was it? I forget. Wait, you guys like get 2 kills here, right? And then you get this cap at one point early. I think maybe
yes.
The second point. That was good. But aside from that, like, you guys don't have the mine set up. Abathur has a lot to work on when it comes to shielding minion waves and picking up soak. When you guys got your boss and you chose to clear mid when you have Abathur instead of push with it and get the fort and then mule top, which should have happened, like, all of those things add up so much, you guys. Like, at this point in the game, you probably would have still had a fort. No joke. Like, you would have been so far up. Maybe not at this point because they already cursed you, but you know what I mean. Like, it would have been alive for so much longer. You guys were being proactive and making good plays. It's just you kind of like stopped yourselves. This one was the biggest. When you guys took your boss and didn't race, that was really brutal. But those are super easy fixes. Do you see that when we go over the replay, right? It's not just me talking to myself. You actually like see that play when I'm like, hey, you can go do bottom instead.
Oh no, for sure.
Okay.
Like, when watching that, we were kind of like unsure there, but whether to go like defend their boss or push, we kind of saw mid was dumb.
Okay. Well, perfect. Did you guys have any questions?
This is Dogway. I had 2 questions. So I know Dragon Blade is kind of the go-to. When is X-Strike viable? Because I've seen it some in HGC as well.
Yeah, when they have a lot of CC, that's really it. When they have a lot of single target lockdown and you don't think you're going to get any value out of the Dragon Blade, that's when you should go it. Or if they do have a lot of CC and it doesn't matter because you have a D-Shield. Almost like a lot of the time when you see D-Shield on your team, you should be going Dragon Blade. It gets a lot of value, and you guys were fighting quite often in clustered situations. You know, I can just see those huge Dragon Blade swipes getting multiple targets. It could have been really good this game.
Okay, and then one not relevant to this game. When fighting Cho'Gall, do you like to isolate Cho'Gall or do you like to web Cho'Gall and fight the rest of the team? We're 0-8 against Cho'Gall in Team League. It's a little frustrating. We're just having a little problem with it.
Both methods work. Have you ever tried drafting like Malthael or Leoric or Tychus into him and then just beating the crap out of him?
Yeah, we tried that.
Okay.
Maybe we're just not.
Other option, I'm not even joking you, every single game ban one of Cho or Gall. I think that it's so stupid, man. It's not a real hero. It's not a real comp. It's not going to work unless he gets some serious changes. And the only reason why it does work is just because it's overwhelmingly cheesy. And it can beat even like the best players. You know, when Tempo played, I don't know if you guys watch a lot of HGC, but we played it on Volskaya like months ago and we lost late game. We lost because we suck, not because our opponents beat us. Like literally, like it was the most boosted. Anyways, but we played it a whole bunch in scrims and beat everyone over and over and over, and we weren't even good at it. That's what Cho'Gall is, man. So if you're playing in Team League and you're having problems, you're not alone. Every single person on this planet has difficulties playing against Cho'Gall. So I would just either ban him or just try those strategies. So both of them work. Either the full isolation, or the blow up comp with like a Kharazim Muradin and like a Malthael or something.
Okay, thanks. Well, 3
7
bans coming soon, so.
Exactly, then you're going to be able to do it. 7-sided absolutely destroys Cho'Gall too, as you probably know. Yeah.
Thank you.
Well, thank you very much. So.
Yes, this was awesome.
This was really good.
Right on. Thank you guys for submitting. I love when new teams submit. What's your guys' name? Like, what's your team name?
We are the Gentlemen.
The Gentlemen.
Yes.
And there's not a Chen. I'm pissed. That's so funny. Well, gentlemen, yeah, thanks for submitting. Really appreciate it. And have yourselves a wonderful evening.
Thank you.
Okay,
Thanks, you too.
Take care. Bye. The Gentlemen.